good afternoon to you. Welcome to this afternoon's edition of Scoreline. My name is Robinson Okenye. I will be your captain for the next 1.5 hours. Of course, we are taking a look at what is happening in terms of sports, both locally and internationally. And of course, it is Sunday, so we do take a look at the top 5 moments of the week. But that will be later on in the show. Remember, we like to take a look at what has happened during the weekend. It has been a week where we saw Kenya win a second consecutive game, and that is in the international friendly, where Harambee Stars got a 1-0 win against Malawi. That is after defeating Ghana earlier on. It has been a week where we saw the UEFA League of Nations, first part of the UEFA League of Nations, come to an end. And it has been a week where we saw Spain smash World Cup finalist Croatia 6-0 in Croatia's worst defeat in the recent history. It has been a week where we saw Novak Djokovic win the US Open, defeating Juan Martín del Potro in the US Open men's final. And it's also a week where France finally, after winning the World Cup, got to play at home for the first time and displaying to the French fans the World Cup trophy. Welcome to Scoreline. And of course, we want to kick it off with the Berlin Marathon. We are talking about none other than this man right here, the greatest marathoner at the moment, and that is Eliud Kipchoge. Now, in a stunning display of a distance running, Olympic champion Eliud Kipchoge broke the world record at the BMW Berlin Marathon this morning, winning the IAAF Gold Label race in a time of 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds.
It's about 300 meters from the gates to the finish line. Eliud Kipchoge is going to smash the mark of Dennis Kimetto, which has survived for 4 years, longer than the mark of Wilson Kipsang, whose 2013 mark lasted a mere 12 months. But what a glorious sight this is for Eliud Kipchoge. He must have dreamed of these moments. He must have gone through these sights in his mind. That visualization, the glorious Brandenburg Gate, into the shade for Eliud Kipchoge, into the sunshine now in more ways than one as the finish line lies ahead of him. He's going to break the 2 hours, 2 minute barrier, there's no doubt about this. The greatest performance in the history of marathon running on the male side. Paula Radcliffe's mark remains untouched by anybody so far. This is Radcliffe-esque. This is Eliud Kipchoge in supreme form, 150 meters to run. The crowds of the German capital roar him on. He smiles now. He knows the record is his. 2:02.57 by Dennis Kimetto, his compatriot, was a magical mark. The first sub-2:03 clocking. This will be the first sub-2:02 clocking, and by a monstrous margin, he is going to break the world record. He comes towards the line, raises a sprint on those magical legs, and at last the world record is his. How fitting is this? The Olympic champion is the world record holder. 2:01.40 unofficially there for Eliud Kipchoge. He breaks the world record by an astonishing margin, 1 minute and 17 seconds. Patrick Sang, his coach, his companion for run after run, race after race, year after year, hugs him there. And history has been made in Berlin 2018 in astonishing style.
Wow. Simply wow. That was special. Eliud Kipchoge is a history maker in Berlin. And congratulations coming first of all from Mark Milder, the race director. He will be delighted yet again. Berlin delivers. Look at that. Do not adjust your sets, ladies and gentlemen. 2:01.40, a new world record, and he has smashed it by 1 minute and 17 seconds. Quite astonishing.
It was said yesterday that he wanted to put the world record out of sight, lay down a marker that would last for a long time, and I believe we've just witnessed that. Executed to perfection, every stride of the way. Despite the slight issues with pacemakers, 2 of the 3 dropping out well before halfway. Wonderful job done by Josfat Boyd, who took him well into the second half. A word of praise for Boyd, who was quite superb at maintaining the required tempo. But Eliud Kipchoge, look, Still full of running, not out on his feet. Nothing Bubka-esque about that. He didn't want to improve it by a tiny margin and leave more improvements for the future. That mark may well remain his best for the rest of his life. It may well remain the world record for many years to come. But I suppose, Chris, records are there to be broken. Some will say, right, the next generation of athletes have a new target.
Well, of course, the next generation of athletes have a new target. Now, smashing this world record, Kipchoge beat Dennis Kimeto's record of 2 hours, 2 minutes and 57 seconds. So Kipchoge beat that record by 1 minute, 17 seconds. We want to take a quick look at the reactions from Kenyans who are watching Eliud Kipchoge break that record. So we take a quick look at what Kenyans had to say. And right here we have history who says, man of the moment, Eliud Kipchoge, the greatest male marathon runner of all time, has just broken the world marathon record at Berlin Marathon with a time of 2 hours, 1 minute and 40 seconds. But Berlin said it's 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds. Hats off, Bingwa. We move on, and then we have Governor Paranya saying, congratulations, Eliud Kipchoge, for retaining the Berlin Marathon race, smashing the world record. We are proud of you, Eliud. Hashtag Hail King Eliud Kipchoge. We move on to what other people had to say on social media this morning. We have Philip Itale who says, the man from Nandi Hills, a humble gentleman, a man who has never shied away from realizing his dream, a man who knows that the sky is the only limit. His second name is a determination, a man whose dream is to make Kenyans smile, no matter how hard the times. Hail King Eliud Kipchoge. That is Philip Etale. We move on. We have Governor Sang saying, congratulations, Eliud Kipchoge, for bringing this home. That was spectacular run, setting a new marathon world record by clocking 2 hours, 1 minute, 39 seconds at the Berlin Marathon. Thumbs up to Amos Kipruto and Wilson Kipsang for the second and third place finish. Kenya is proud. Nandi is proud. Hashtag Tugatai. And finally, let's take a look at what other people had to say on social media. Mr. Olele says, congrats, Eliud Kipchoge, proud of you, top of the world. We have Masi Nyambura who said, Eliud Kipchoge, Ongera Ndugu, congratulations are in order and you have made our great nation proud and a talk for everyone all over the world. Thank you and God bless you. Those are some of the feedback on social media, what people, Kenyans, had to say about Eliud Kipchoge breaking the world record, smashing it by a massive 1 minute and 17 seconds, setting a new world record of 2 hours, 1 minute and 39 seconds. So right now I'm joined by Jonathan Komen, who's a sports writer at The Standard. Good afternoon, Jonathan. Right now I'm joined by... Comment, what do you make of this world record? Did you expect that time to be set, or you expected, probably Eliud to smash, to run in less than 2 hours?
Oh, yes. Thanks so much, okay. They're in the studio. Going by the interviews we had with Eliud Kipchoge,
yes,
in the last few weeks, it showed a lot of confidence and composure he had in breaking the world record.
Mm-hmm.
So, and looking at the performance of Eliud Kipchoge, he has already won all of his marathons. Apart from one, he lost to Wilson Kipsang when he became position 2.
So, comment from, running in Italy, in Monza, where he ran 2 hours, 25 seconds. Did you probably see that at some point he might actually run under 2 hours?
Yes, going by the performance, his performance in Monza last year, where he ran 2 hours and 25 seconds, Eliud Kipchoge showed the determination and the hard work he had, and he proved so well that he can run well under 2 hours. And look at even today.
Yes.
Today he crossed the one mark at 60 minutes. Okay? And
yes,
then he crossed the 30-kilometer mark at exactly 1:26. And then the other time, he did it at 1:26. He was well inside the world record by 1 minute. That was so fantastic. He would have even made it a 2:00 world record. Yeah.
So, Komen, if I may ask you, now he smashed the world record by 1 minute and 17 seconds. So, is this too big now for the people who will try to, break the record in the future?
Of course, yes, it is. Now that even the grip has been, the tide has been so, the tide on doping is so high.
Yes.
For athletes to run faster times, it will be a bit tricky. So the record might last for some time. I can tell you that one. Look at Eric Selassie the other time when he did it. It took some years. Kilometer a second, so 4 years. For Eliud, it can even take more than 5 years again from now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And finally, before I let you go, Komen, finally, why is it that in the last 15 years we've seen the world records broken in Berlin?
Yes. Oh, okay. Berlin, the course in Berlin is flat and are 17 tons, as you are aware.
Yes.
And the most important, the beauty of it is that in Berlin, the initial first 21 kilometers has more bend than the last 21. And Eliud, you could see Eliud was pushing the pacemaker so high in the first 21, so as to enable him relax in the last 21, which has a 10-kilometer stretch to the finish line. You get me right?
Well, thanks a lot. That is Jonathan Komen, who's athletics writer here at The Standard. Of course, you check out what he has to say about Kipchoge's triumph in Berlin on tomorrow's newspaper. Now, it was song and dance in Eldoret as fans of athletics, or rather athletics fans, gathered to watch Eliud Kipchoge break the world record. Let's take a look.
Nimesikia hata kwa roho kabisa. Kipchoge alienda mzuri sana vile mimi nilikuwa nataka. Asanteni sana.
Tumeshuhudia Eliud Kipchoge akivunja rekodi, na hii ni furaha kwetu, sio tu kwa Nandi peke yake kama Wasingishu, bali ni nchi yote ya Kenya.
Kipchoge amevunja rekodi na nimefurahia tena zaidi kuona Wakenya watatu wote wamechukua lane moja. Na mimi ningependa serikali waangalie wakimbiaji kutoka chini, si ati waangalie kutoka front, wakuje mpaka mashinani, waangalie wakimbiaji ambao wanaweza kukimbia. Kuna wale wakimbiaji wanashikana na kina Eliud, kuna wale wakimbiaji wanaweza shikana na kina Kipsang, na wachukue hao kutoka front.
Now, still staying with Berlin, of course, and still on the men's race, rather, debutant Kipruto finished second, while former world record holder Wilson Kipsang closed in on the third place.
Hey, though, some birthday the young Kenyan has given himself, some birthday present. His best in 2018 was a third in Tokyo back on the 25th of February at 2:06:33 clocking. He's going to be quicker than that as he eases his way through the Brandenburg Gate. Well, the challenge of Wilson Kipsang wilted before halfway. Eliud Kiptanui likewise. But this is only his second World Marathon Major experience. Tokyo was his first in February. His personal best goes back 5 years. And it will remain his personal best, 2:05:43, coming up any second, but it matters not a jot. The plaudits, the prestige, the prize money of second place will belong to Amos Kipruto on this day. He has no track background. Quite a contrast to the astonishing CV of the now world record holder Eliud Kipchoge. But Amos Kipruto eases his way towards the line. No sprint raised by him. His third marathon in the last 12 months, this. He ran under 207 twice last year in Seoul and Amsterdam, and here today, a long way under 207 in Berlin. A wonderful second place for Amos Kipruto. Happy birthday. 206.24 unofficially for the Kenyan. And Wilson Kipsang. Wow, he has rallied well. A great champion in his pomp. A great world record holder 5 years ago. Smiling for third place. He makes it onto the rostrum. 206.48 there for Wilson Kipsang in third place unofficially.
What a way to celebrate his birthday. That is debutant in the Berlin Marathon, Amos Kipruto, who finished second, while former world record holder Wilson Kipsang finished third. Now, let's move to the ladies category, and Kenya's Gladys Cherono retained her Berlin Marathon women's race title, and also setting a course record in a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, 11 seconds. She finished ahead of Ethiopia's Aga Ruti.
Brilliant support here for Gladys Cherono. The final few hundred meters, and the cadence quickens, the arms working a little bit harder. Every second now counts. 3:25 that last kilometre. She's now into the last 200 meters. Gladys Cherono, a two-time champion, about to become a three-time champion. Tirunesh Dababa may well have rallied to come through in second place. We'll bring her home very shortly indeed. The finish line in sight. It says Ziel in German, the finish line. And Gladys Cherono working super hard. Maybe the inspiration from Eliud Kipchoge of a few minutes ago. Listen to the noise in the sunshine here in Berlin. And Gladys Cherono is no longer a two-time champion in Berlin. She is a three-time champion, and she has smashed the course record just outside 2:18 as she dawdles over the line. 2:18.11, a new course record goes to Gladys Cherono, and Gladys is a member of the three-time club. And in second place, Ruti Aga is going to come home, the 24-year-old, second last year for Ruti Aga, and second again. My word, a new personal best by some distance. And Tirunesh Dababa has rallied and will come home in third place. That is a great recovery from Tirunesh Dababa. So it's Kenya 1, Ethiopia 2, and Tirunesh Dababa. Look at the determination on her face. Another brilliant finish there from Tirunesh Dababa, 2:18.56. So the top three in the women's race all home, and we have a new course record in the women's race, and it goes to the three-time champion, Gladys Cherono. And a word of congratulations, Tim, from the director, Mark Milder.
So with the world record being set now, a new world record in marathon, we want to take a look at the progression of the world records. Who held the previous record, and before that, who held that? So we want to take a quick look at the progression of the men's world records in a marathon. Before Eliud set a new record this morning, the record was held by Kenya's Dennis Kimeto, a time of 2 hours, 2 minutes, 57 seconds. It was set in Berlin in 2014. So for 4 years, Dennis Kimeto has held to that record. Now, before that, we had Wilson Kipsang, who had in 2013 set a record rather there in a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes and 13 seconds. So this is the progression of the world marathon records. We move on to the women's marathon records, how they have been. We have Paula Radcliffe still holds on to the world record. Time of 2 hours, 15 minutes, 25 seconds was set in London in 2003. Before that, she held on. She broke her own record rather. That was in 2002. She set a record time of 2 hours, 17 minutes and 18 seconds. So, and before her, in 2001, Catherine Dereba set the world record at a time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, 47 seconds. And that is the progression of the women's world record. So let's take a look at the marathon majors. Remember, we've started with Berlin, and how many are they? We have 6 marathon majors. We have Tokyo, we have Boston, we have London, we have Berlin, Chicago, and New York City. These are the 6 world marathon majors. Of course, we've started with Berlin, which ended this morning, where Eliud Kipchoge and Gladys Cherono emerged as the winner. So we want to move away from athletics now and get into some football, and we want to talk about Chapa Dimba. And Safaricom announced a new partnership with Spain's top football league, La Liga, for the 2nd edition of the Chapa Dimba and Safaricom Youth Tournament. The partnership between Safaricom and La Liga involve a scouting program that will see certified La Liga coaches travel to Kenya to search for talented players, both boys and girls, who will make up an all-star team.
Aitalana Messi bila shaka kata kushoto kulia taji Keta Krista anajaribu kupaisha mpira ukule, anatia kwenye gamba la kifua mchezaji yule 10 mgongoni. Wanaanza vipusa wana Beijing, anatoa pasi kule, ingia kule Plateau Queens kwenye kisanduku kule, hatari lele, lakini wanatoa uchafu ile. Nambari 7 yule mchezaji anasema heri ya shari kuliko shari kamila, anatoa uchafu ile. Iwapo ndipo mwanzo unajiunga nasi, ni fungua kazi makala ya pili. Chapa Dimba na Safaricom. Joy analeta kona nzuri kwenye lango la Plateau Queens kule, lakini anaondosha uchafu ule. Bado kizaza kipo kwenye lango la timu hii ya Plateau Queens. Mpira nzuri.
Ile check na hii ni ndogo tofauti.
La Liga.
Today we come to celebrate the new partnership with Safaricom, which is the leading telecom company here in Kenya. And the whole idea obviously is try to associate the leading telecom brand with the leading worldwide football brand called La Liga, to try to work on football development in Kenya. We are very, very proud of this partnership. First of all, because we have a strong commitment here in Africa. Remember that last year La Liga bring FC Barcelona to South Africa, we bring Atletico Madrid to Nigeria, and now we are happy to start this project with Chapa Dimba, with Safaricom, to bring the best of football, bringing top coach of La Liga to come here to Kenya, try to have a scouting project with here in Kenya to try to recruit the best talent, boys and girls.
The biggest thing for football in Kenya, sio elite football, ni grassroots football. It's a small guy who needs to be trained, the young guy in the village that we have never reached, that we have never given a chance to train, that we have never given a chance to rise. And so the partnership with Safaricom for Chapa Dimba, for us, is the most precious of partnerships. Why? Because we can go to Lodwar, we can go to Kilifi, and we can reach that guy without shoes. We can make his dream a reality.
Now, Bernard Ngeno and Dervin Meringor emerged victorious in the 5th edition of the Chemususu Dam Half Marathon held in Baringo County. Ngeno finished the men's race in a time of 1 hour, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, as Dervin finished the women's race in a time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, 21 seconds. Cynthia Jeropa and Vincent Kiprotich won the 10-kilometer category.
I trained for it, and I appreciate to win today, and I thank God because He has given me. And first I ran Nyaururu 10K number 3. I went to KC number 6, and today it was win because I prepared for this race, and I trained in a hilly area. This was a good course to me.
Sisi tunatoka hapa na tuliweza kufanya mazoezi na tukaweza kushinda bila kukula dawa. In fact, mpaka sasa mimi sijawahi kuona hiyo dawa. Tuliweza kufanya mazoezi vile ilikuwa inahitajika na tukaweza kushinda.
We are happy that this is an event that has the potential, you know, to generate income for our youth, and also it is healthy. Even me, I ran for my own health.
Chemususu Dam half marathon right there. We want to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we'll be crossing over to the RFU grounds here in Nairobi, where we have Kelvin Kimathi on standby. We'll be bringing us updates of the Christie Sevens that will be coming to an end this afternoon. Of course, we'll be taking a keen eye on Homeboys and Mwamba to see which of the two emerges as the winner of this year's edition of the National Sevens Circuit. But that will be later on. Remember, it's Sunday. We do have your top 5 moments of the week. We'll be taking a look at that later on after the show, after the short commercial break.